Democrats just revealed their new $2.2 trillion stimulus package. In this video, I'll go over the details of that new stimulus package, who's eligible for a second stimulus check, and when you could actually realistically expect a second stimulus check. Before we get started, if you want fast-paced, fact-based stimulus updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more straight-to-the-point stimulus update videos. I hope you're having a great day so far. I'm out visiting some family, and I apologize for any noise in the background. My two daughters are in the next room over. Let's get right into it. So last night, Nancy Pelosi, Steve Mnuchin had a phone call right after Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats released their new stimulus package details. They had a phone call last night. They had a 50-minute phone call this morning, which is Tuesday, and then tomorrow they have another phone call scheduled to talk about the stimulus negotiations. Usually anytime they have this type of phone call or any stimulus negotiation, they reveal to the public any progress that was made, or they have the blame game saying that either person is not doing anything for the American people. Since these phone calls, we haven't had any news released. So let me know down in the comments below, is no news good news or is no news bad news? I'm really curious what you think. All right, let's get into what this new $2.2 trillion stimulus package has. So it has no new name. It's just an updated HEROES Act bill, which was passed back. It was originally $3.4 trillion. Now it's down to $2.2 trillion. The number $2.2 trillion is familiar because during the stimulus negotiations, which failed over the last few months, the Democrats went down to $2.2 trillion. Republicans were just above $1 trillion, still never got that middle ground. So in this $2.2 trillion stimulus package, it's going to have a $1,200 second stimulus check, and it's going to have $500 per dependent, just the same as the HEROES Act bill that they had before. Same qualifications. So if you were able to get a stimulus check the first time around, your income was under $75,000, SSI, SSDI, veterans, all those are included. If you got a first stimulus check and eligible for that, then you'll get a second stimulus check under this plan. And I'll also go over what is the timeline of this stimulus package and check passing, when it could pass. I'll go over that later on in the video. So it's also going to have $600 federal unemployment benefit. There's been a lot of pushback from the Republicans in regards to a $600 per week unemployment benefit ever since the beginning, since it was introduced, but now especially since the unemployment rate is as low as it's been during the pandemic. And so they're saying since the unemployment rate is so low right now, there's no need for $600 per week. So also in regards to this package, state and local aid is now down to $436 billion, which I think is great because originally the Democrats wanted $900 billion, Republicans wanted $100 billion. Now it's down to $436 billion, and this is actually lower than the Problem Solvers Caucus bill, which was just introduced a couple of weeks ago, which was at $500 billion for state and local aid. This is still kind of high for the Republicans, but I think this is much better than it was before, and it's a good middle ground between Republicans and Democrats. So hopefully this is enough for the Republicans to go for. Then there's more money for the PPP, which is the Paycheck Protection Program. Also, there's going to be $25 billion for the airline industry. There's a big deadline, October 1st. If the airlines don't get more money, then they're going to fire or lay off around 35,000 or more employees between American Airlines and United Airlines. There is $225 billion for education, $57 billion going for child support and care families. Then there's $15 billion for the post office, as well as money for rental assistance. After the stimulus details of this HEROES Act package was released last night, Nancy Pelosi said this $2.2 trillion HEROES Act provides the absolutely needed resources to protect lives, livelihoods, and the life of our democracy over the coming months. And she said it includes new funding needed to avert catastrophe for schools, small businesses, restaurants, performance spaces, airline workers, and others. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about this new stimulus package? Do you think this is good? Do you just care about that second $1,200 stimulus check? Or do you just want this to be over with because it's a big headache? If you want it to be over with because it's a big headache, I'm with you on that. I just want people to get the money, get the stimulus checks already. All right, so also Nancy Pelosi said it has been more than 4 months since the House Democrats sent GOP Senate $3.4 trillion in desperately needed coronavirus relief grounded in science and data, and leader Mitch McConnell hit the pause button. In our negotiations, the White House since then, Democrats offered to come down $1 trillion if Republicans would come up $1 trillion. Then we offered to come down $200 billion more, even as the health and economic crisis worsened and the needs have only grown. So we're having the same narrative here. Democrats want to give more money, and the Republicans tried to pass their skinny stimulus bill of $500 billion, wanted to give less money. Now, what are the odds of this actually happening, and what is the timeline? Now, just as the HEROES Act passed in the House back in May, this new HEROES Act will probably pass again in the House right now in September, before October happens. The reason why is because the House has a majority of Democrats. Therefore, they have all the votes they need in order to pass something like this, unless some of the Democrats go rogue and they don't want to vote for a package like this, which is very unlikely. So what you're going to see is probably this pass again in the House. Then once it gets to the Senate Republicans, since they are the majority there, they're not going to vote for this as is. They're probably going to say it's dead on arrival again. At least that's my opinion of how this is going to play out. But I'm curious, how do you think this is going to play out? Let me know down in the comments below. In regards to getting a second stimulus check, probably not going to happen anytime soon. The reason why is because the House of Representatives are actually going on another big vacation. So if we look at the schedule here, October 2nd is their last day, which is just a couple of days away. Then wherever you see it says district work period, I might as well just say vacation time. So you see it's many different weeks, actually goes until November 16th. Past election day. So they're going to be out of office. If they have something important to vote on, they could probably go back into office and vote on it. But they're going to be focused on their campaign trail because it's re-election. Every single person in the House is up for re-election. Also, the Senate is going on vacation the following week. So they're going on vacation from October 9th until November 6th. So we're going to have Congress completely out on vacation, campaigning for their re-election. If they don't pass anything by October 2nd, or at least the House could pass it by October 2nd, but if the Senate doesn't pass it by October 9th, the following week, then we're probably not going to see a second stimulus check or package until after the elections. Moving on to COVID news, really sad, but the death toll has just exceeded 1 million people worldwide. In terms of the states, North Carolina is 60% higher than a week ago, New Mexico is 55% higher than a week ago, and Wyoming is 45% higher than a week ago. So we're seeing a little spike. Also, India has had the lowest death toll since early August. And in regards to a vaccine in the United States, we don't have any vaccine that has passed phase 3 trials yet, and it still could be early 2021 unless there's any new breakthroughs. And then Vladimir Putin of Russia said that he is willing to take the coronavirus vaccine that Russia has made, which completely skipped the phase 3 trials. If you weren't aware, phase 3 trials is what signifies or what lets you know if the vaccine is safe or not to take. If there are no phase 3 trials, we don't know the safety of the vaccine. So he said that he gave it to his daughter, and now he's saying that he's going to take it himself, although he hasn't said when he's going to take it. And that is all the news I have for you today. Here is my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you the one thing that you should do. You have to learn. If you don't learn, then you won't be a better person or grow up or anything. So you have to learn by experiences. That was all I wanted to tell you. Be safe, be good, and I'll see you in the next tip of the day.
And the current free money opportunities, if you sign up through Webull, you get 2 free stocks. For a 3rd free stock, you can sign up through Robinhood. Links are down in the description below. Also, North One is still having that promotion where if you deposit $50 in the account, you get a free $75 that they give you, that they put in your account. For me, it happened within about 5 days that they gave me a free $75. I'll have links to those down in the description below. Also, today I just published a new video on my other channel, Wise Vibes. You could click the video over here. It's about 6 ways of how to motivate yourself to work twice as hard as others. So if you ever feel like you're in a slump, you don't feel like doing anything, I highly recommend clicking that video. It's very motivational, and that entire channel is based on giving you daily inspiration and motivation. I want to put more positivity out on YouTube. So if you want to support me, you could click that video over there. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Be safe. Thank you for watching.